Now, do you ever wonder what the left would do here in the United States if we didn't have a Constitution? If we had no First Amendment? Now, as it is during COVID in 2020, they use their corporate censors to block opposing viewpoints. And yeah, if they had their druthers, they'd like our country run like kind of a college campus where inconvenient views are prohibited by arbitrary speech codes and then enforced with strict punishment. Now, the left already has a national blueprint in Canada. Consider the case of Pastor Artur Pawlowski. Now, you've seen him on the angle before. He's been the bane of the existence for COVID control freaks since it first began. Repeatedly, he was jailed just for holding church services. Well, last week, his final trial began. Pawlowski is charged with mischief over $5,000 stemming from a speech he gave exactly 1 year ago, encouraging truckers to continue their blockade at the U.S.-Canada border over those COVID vaccine mandates. He faces 10 years in prison if convicted.
The eyes of the world are fixed right here on you guys. You are the heroes of the solidarity movement. Don't you dare breaking the line.
Joining me now is Pastor Artur Pawlowski from the Cave of Adullam congregation in Calgary. Pastor, it's good to see you tonight. Now, the prosecutor says you went there to fire up the crowd and then claimed it was akin to yelling fire in a movie theater, so it was dangerous. Your reaction to that?
Well, first of all, if there is a fire in a movie theater, you better yell fire, because if you don't, people are going to die. Right now, we have never seen something like this before in our beloved Canada. This was truly a trial of the century, freedom of expression, freedom of religion. I went over there. I was asked by the truckers and the farmers to deliver a church service. We had a Lord's Supper, a Holy Communion. We were singing hymns together, and I told them, stand up for your rights. I was wearing a hoodie with a solidarity on it. The Crown Prosecutor said because I had that hoodie, I was inciting people. He compared me to someone that was inciting murder. He compared me to a Rwanda genocide. I'm telling you, this nation has gone crazy. We're truly living behind the Iron Curtain in China right now. And this person that is running it is burying us alive. So if I would lose, Canadians effectively would not have freedom of expression and freedom of religion. The judge reserved his decision for the middle of March, and I'm facing not just mischief over 5,000. I'm the first and the only Canadian ever to be charged with something like terrorism, interfering with a crucial infrastructure under the Defense Act. I went there to deliver a church sermon. I did that. I was not blocking anything.
So you were a threat.
I was not even.
Yeah, they considered you a threat because you defied, with logic, I think, and common sense, what they were saying. I think history will, I mean, we don't need history. We already know that you were right about all. So, Pastor, a 3-year pilot program, as all of your stuff is happening, just began in British Columbia to stop prosecuting people for carrying small amounts of heroin, meth, ecstasy, or crack cocaine as part of this effort to fight off what they say is the drug overdose crisis. So, Pastor, the Canadian government punished a church, basically, church attendance during COVID, but now we're legalizing heroin and other drugs. That's a smart decision?
Of course, everything is upside down, but that's what you get when you have communism, fascism, and socialism, hybrid combined together. And don't kid yourself, we are being attacked left and right. Freedom of religion has to go first, because wannabe pharaohs, if you will, the wannabe gods of today, they don't want like competition. So a person like me that would say to them, hey, there is a living God, beware, he's coming to judge the living and the dead, has become a threat to them. And they are making me as an example. Out of all the people, they have chosen a pastor to fight with. Well, I think they're going to have an experience that Pharaoh had, the Red Sea experience.
Pastor, thank you so much, and good luck to you.